Hello, my name is Miss Porter, and today I'm going to help you with constructions. So, the constructions for today, we will have a line segment bisector, constructing a perpendicular to a point not on a given line, and also constructing a perpendicular to a point on a given line. So, over here, I will have this demonstration that's going to show us how to do our first construction, which is line segment bisector. Now, you can find more of these virtual constructions at mathisfun.com. So let's get started. So here we do have our line segment, and we have our compass. Now you're going to take your compass and you're going to make the distance more than halfway of that segment. So let's see what they have here. Once you create the distance of your compass, you're going to create an arc above and below the line. Then you're going to transfer that same distance on your compass to the other endpoint, and you're also going to create an arc above and below the line. If you do not make your distance more than halfway, the arcs that you create will never meet, and therefore you wouldn't be able to construct that segment bisector. So now that we have the arcs created, you can label your intersection points here and here, and then that is where you're going to take your straight edge and you will connect those 2 points. And voila, you have a line segment bisector. So now I'm going to move over to our questions and do an example. So here we have, using a compass and a straight edge, construct the perpendicular bisector of AB. So let's do that. Now first I'm just going to construct the line segment so we have it and make it look similar to that. Alright, and now I'm going to label these A and B. And we're just going to go through the same steps that we did before. So we had our compass, and the white on this compass is the point part. So we will line that up on one of our endpoints, and we're going to take our compass, and we're not going to make the distance smaller than halfway. We're going to make it larger than halfway on the segment. That's definitely larger. Now I create my arcs above and below the line. This tool creates half circles, which is fine. It's just a little more work that is necessary to show. So then we will move our point to the other endpoint on the segment, keeping our distance, and we will again create the arcs above and below the line. And there we have it. So now I will label my points of the intersection of the arcs. We'll call this C, and down here we will have D. Last but not least, take out our straight edge and we will connect our points. And there we have it. Voila! A line segment bisector. Alrighty. So then I have another question on the sheet, and it says, which diagram shows the construction of a perpendicular bisector? So by process of elimination, we know that it's not going to be 4, 3, 2, so that leaves us with 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and circle that up. 1 is our choice there. As you can see, they have the half circles instead of just the little arcs at the top, which is good. So next on our list, we have constructing a perpendicular line to a point not on a given line. So back to mathisfun.com, and here we have our demonstration. Alright, so this is what they're talking about. We have a line, and we have a point not on the line that we want to create a perpendicular going through the point to the line. So we're going to take our compass and we're going to stretch it out so that our half circle hits the line. And once again, they just created arcs, but you can, again, go ahead and create that whole half circle. Alright, now we have our endpoints on our line. Those endpoints are the same distance away from the point that we created. So now, if we create a perpendicular bisector on that line, it will go right through the point. And that's what they're going to do. So if you think back to what we just did, we're opening our compass more than halfway and drawing our arcs above and below the line, and then you're going to go to the opposite endpoint, and again, keeping the same distance, we will create arcs above and below the line. So there's one arc below, and another arc below. Now you could have created the arcs on the top as well. In this example, they did not, because they're just going to use the point. But you'll see that once you extend the line all the way through, it would have hit the points where you would have created the arcs on the top or above the line. So they're just going to label that point there and get out their straight edge and connect the 2 points. And voila, there we have it. Now we're going to move to our example, and it says, using a compass and a straight edge, construct a line that passes through a point P and is perpendicular to line M. Alright, now we will go to our other tool. Just clear all this out. Alright, so now we switch over to our online tool for constructions, and I created the question over here. So now we're going to take our compass and we're going to put our point on point P, and we're going to take our distance of our compass, and we will open our compass so that it goes past line M. We want to do that so that it will hit line M when we create our arc in 2 places, creating 2 points that are equidistant away from point P. So do that, extend our line, or extend our compass, and then we can create our arc. And now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and label our 2 intersection points, which hit line M. One of them, the other one. Okay. So now if you go back to when we constructed a line segment bisector, we're going to perform the same steps that we did for that here. And our segment in question are those 2 points that we just created. So I'm going to just go ahead and color in the segment a different color so you can see that basically now we just have a line segment and we're creating a perpendicular. So we take our compass, we will put our point on one of the endpoints, and we will open our compass not halfway but more than halfway, and I'm just going to extend it out, and we will create our arcs. You can create them above and below the line, or just below the line like it did in the tutorial. So there's one below it, there's the line above it. Now I will move my point not to the point where the arc intersects the line, but to our point that we created for our line segment. And then we will draw in our arcs. I like to draw both, but it's up to you. Now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and draw in our new points that we have. Make them black. One there and one there. And I'm going to also make our perpendicular line black as well. And there we have it. Now it's a little, yeah, looks good. Alright, so there we have it. That is the question that is on your sheet. Now the next question goes, we'll go down here. And we have using a compass and a straight edge, construct a line perpendicular to AB through point P. Now if you look at the picture there, P is on the given line. So we're going to go back to our online tutorials, and this is going to show us how to go about doing this. So there we have it. We have our line, and in our question case, it's just a segment, but that's okay. So now we're going to take our compass and we're going to create 2 points that are equal distant from that point on the line. So you're going to take your compass, stretch it out however long you would like, and you will create one arc to the right and one arc to the left of the point. So now that we have those 2 endpoints, we are just going to go about again what we did the first step, creating a line segment bisector, and open our compass more than halfway, create an arc above and below the line if you'd like, and then transfer over to the other endpoint and do the same thing. So here, once again, they only created the arcs above the line. You could do them below as well. And now that we have that new point of intersection, we can connect those with a straight edge, and there you have it. And this is how to construct perpendicular line through AB, perpendicular line to AB through the point, not on a given line. Voila, there we have it. Now I'm going to switch over to our construction tool, and I'm going to create this problem on your paper right on here. So first we have our line segment AB, and then we also have our point P. So here is, I might just do with this. I like that. So here's A, B, and P. Okay. So now we're going to take our compass. We will put our point on P, and now we just want to create 2 points on our segment that are equal distant from P. So I will stretch it out however far I'd like, and I will create the arc so that it intersects AB. Then I'm going to take that same distance, and I will create the other arc on the opposite side of P. So now we have 2 new points of intersection, and I'll just label them C and D. Okay, so now same thing as before, and I'm going to draw this segment in so you see. We're going to take this line segment now and construct a line segment bisector, which will go through directly through P because it's equal distant away from C and D. So now again, take our compass, put our point on one of the endpoints. I'm going to put it on C, and I'm going to take my compass, open it more than halfway, then construct arc above and below the line. Then I will move my point to the opposite point, which is D, and again creating the arcs below and above the line. And I'm just going to go ahead and label these, and I'm just going to make them black so we can see them a little better. So this is a new point, we'll call it E, and this point down here we'll call it F. And now we can draw in our perpendicular, which as you can see goes directly through point P, and that's what we wanted. So you will transfer this